Hello everybody, SeKo Starcraft here. We got some of the brand new freshest of the fresh IEM Taipei replays. Now this, I wanted to go through some ones in specific. I know some of you may watch it live. I didn't have a chance to watch all of them, but I did have to get in some Snute games. Snute is playing out of his mind lately. Arguably one of the top foreigners. By foreigners, I mean non-Korean, going up against Daisy. By all rights, a very strong Protoss player himself. And everybody, I don't want to say that like a lot of Zerg players emulate Snute and the type of play he has, but it's so confident, it's clean, it's not always Swarm Host, he's got different ways to mix it up, plays a great economy style, and he can just deal with a lot of things people throw at him here. And we're on the new maps, and that's always awesome. This is an interesting setup on this map. Of course, you got the freebie base, but a lot of times we see Zerg players, when they get freebie bases, take the one outside so they can get the creep down, they can get defenses up if need be. We'll see what Snute wants to do. Always the macro focused Zerg player, which is interesting to compare to other major economy focused Zerg players, say like Liquid Ret, King of Drones or something like that. He doesn't seem to pay for it with his life as much. A little bit more adaptive to what he's going up against. Classic wall off going up here for Daisy, and he's gonna head out for his, oh no, it's not classic wall out, it's a forge. He's getting forged in the face. Which is kind of surprising to have this right in the wall off. I mean, it's not going to get scouted anytime too soon anyways. But that's where it's going to be. It is going to be outside hatch, which a lot of times people don't expect. We'll see if Daisy actually even notices. Oh, shoot, there he is. See if he even notices what's coming down. He's already got another probe rallied out from the looks of it. He doesn't see that one on the low ground. We'll come inside. And our pool is going to go down immediately. 16 pool. Or so. 15 pool? I think it's 15 pool. And out comes the other probe. Comes down here, sees that there's not a base. This, being out here is more interesting, because if you cannon this base off, I mean, great, I can expand outside. But cannoning here, if you cannon the ramp, you have the opportunity to really set them back. But the beauty of this base is the ramp's so close to the hatch, so you can really use the high ground on it. A drone does come out to spot. Wow, that was a good pylon placement. Knocks the drone out of the way. Full wall off. We did another probe down here, did we not? Yeah, there it is. Snute's already taking that other hatch, totally ready for it. And he cancels one of the pylons here. He's going to expose his cannon a little bit. Second cannon going down really exposed. Out come the drones. This is a tough thing to micro between two different spots. Great pylon drop. Full wall off on this side now. Now he's got the surface area, it looks like, but I think this cannon's going to finish. The Zerglings can't quite fit in there. The drones are in the way. It looks like he's going to... Wow, he can fit behind it. He's taking a bit of punishment here, but he is going to cancel both of these. He's lost only one worker to this so far. Big commitment of resources into this. On this side, we do have a cannon going down. This one should be able to finish off just fine, I would imagine. I think this base is going to get cannoned. You think he's going to have to evac now. Drones get pulled. He might lose an overlord too. This would be pretty salty. It is going to go down. Supply blocked. This base is done as well. Now this is tough. Queen's not finished yet. There's a lot of drones here. He's ahead in drones. But what do you do at this point? And it looks like he's actually going to go take the gold base. This map's cool because he's got the 3 gold bases. And that's the Protoss player. You know, I'd really want to know this is the case. I'm surprised the probe isn't over by the ramp to be able to see what's happening here. Nexus is going down. But this third, well, actually it's going to be his natural, is not spotted at all. I think he's going to try to... I don't know where this queen's going just yet. I think he's going to try to just pressure some of these pylons, I guess. So what do we do now as Snute? Double gold base expand. Why not? And once again, the Protoss player is not scouting any of this right now. He's actually making some drones out of this larva, which is smart. You've got the larva there, might as well spend it. Actually, you can drop a creep tumor. Also think that's wise, so you can start moving the creep a little bit better. This is a big commitment out of the Protoss player. Gotta do the math on all these. He's actually gonna kill one of his pylons so we can get his probe out. Big movement of drones. Gonna head over here, get this taken care of. And back on this side, that's his first gateway just finishing. That's how much he spent on doing all this. He just has his gateway down right now. Economy-wise, Zerg player is going to take a lead because of this gold base once it's finally up and running. You got to be careful they don't keep rallying back and forth. Once again, Protoss player, no clue what's happening at all. Probe did get out, and it's still, chilling around in here. Another queen on the way. Another base going to finish up here pretty quick. More drones. So this is just already awkward, but this is what I was talking about with Snute being adaptive and very good at being able to pick out what he needs to. Going to boost out that warp gate, +1 on the way. Likely just going to be a big gateway follow-up. We have a roach warren going down as well, so we might actually just have a bust here. Could be defensive, but roaches are going to be so slow, I'd more than likely just invest in more speedlings to try and keep alive. Like he's got lings bouncing around, checking to make sure nothing weird's happening. His probe's still down here. He's wondering, what's going on. I've cannoned both of these bases. You've got to assume as a Protoss player that there's, going to be some gold-based shenanigans if that's the case. We do have a zealot now moving out. Boost on the warp gate still. And now we have roaches on the way. Speed, not quite halfway done. Looks like he is going to go busty-busty. More queens being made. The problem with this is there's going to be no creep. There's going to be no movement advantages for these roaches. You got a long ways to go. The creep, despite being cannoned in, the creep is actually, moving along. Roaches are out now. Looks like he's going to go and bust this down, which might, I think actually if he busted it down, he'd make the Protoss player think that he was going to be going for an expand when he's really not. The roaches might give away his plan as well, though. Big pile of gateways going up to a 7-gate all-in follow-up. Now we're starting to see lings and more roaches coming out, more overlords, making sure he keeps way ahead on the supply. Queens for more injects. And if we look at the income tab here, the Zerg player for his gold basis isn't miles ahead, but considering the worker count is even, he's taking twice the amount of gas. He's doing really good on his economy. Has been scouted yet? He's scouted that one gold base. The roaches do come down and clean this up. One random stalker. That's why you got to clean up these pylon positions, is that you can have these units warped in, but Daisy's caught at the worst possible time. He's got sentries coming in naked. Yes, the cannons are there to reinforce, but this is a lot of zealots, a lot of lings. The lings can't help too much. There's not much surface there. Well, maybe they can get a little bit in there. Tank a bit of shots. Big warp in. That's that 7-gate going to town. Zealots are getting crushed. So much surface area for the units. Lings get out of the way to let the zealots do the damage, trying to preserve them as long as possible. Now Daisy's in a bit of trouble. He's got no forward warping points. He's got no pylons on the map. He knows he's down by 2 gold bases now, or he should. And at home, he's starting to warp in sentries, because now he's just got to survive. This is so much army coming at him. Lair's about to finish. Evo Chamber's going down. And I like this. Like, a lot of people think you got to get your upgrades done right away. Snute, you see, focused on his economy. Got a sick economy for gold bases. And a whole bunch of units, rather than worry about getting out a ton of damage dealers right away. Pretty good force fields. Get a chunk of lings in there. Roaches keeping the whole world safe. Roach speed on the way. An Overseer's going to go for a scout. Nothing else really coming out of Daisy, though. He's got a robo, but it's going to be forever before he actually gets out any good, crazy units. Lings get cleaned up. They took 1 sentry for their troubles. Not the best trades over there. Spore Crawler's going down. He's not too sure what's coming at him, so he's going to be safe. More drones. +1. Range for his hydras. Could even get away with like a Nidus, potentially, is kind of my thoughts on this. Protoss player does have to move for a 3rd base, though. He already knows his all-in timing is gone. Smoked. So without that all-in timing, he's got to find a way to just transition, but he's just on like raw naked robo. No Colossus, no splash damage. And yes, Immortals are great against, all the roaches, but now it's moving into Hydras with the extra range. There's going to have to be some amazing force field control to hold on here. Roaches have speed. Hydras do not have speed yet. Keeping up with them injects. Creep spread. Just moving along. He'd probably take this gold base. Would be awesome. I think that would be the base he would want to take next. It's not necessarily safe, but he's controlling the map so well. At this point, I'm sure he wants to get in here and try and deny this third. Put on a bit of damage. His economy is in a great spot, but these gold bases are going to mine out way faster. See if he can get the right positioning. Is not a lot of units. He's going to get the mothership core. It didn't have enough energy on it right now anyways, but still, it's a nice free pickup. More Hydras on the way. Stalkers coming. A lot of units. It looks like a Terran parade push of units coming across. Without any splash damage for these Hydras. This is going to be a really, really, really difficult hold. Phoenix going out for a scout. Sees the creep spread. This is like a panic spot here for Daisy. A lot of force fields here. He's going to get a better position on this side of the Nexus. Okay, force fields there. Snoot's going to back off though. He's not going to just throw away units. Still some force fields left here, but this army's getting pushed further and further back into a corner. Most of the units aren't fighting at all for Daisy. Zealots getting just melted by the Hydralisks. This base is essentially a goner. Pretty good concave here. Once again, the Protoss army is really not fighting at all. Nexus goes down. A couple of good force fields. Hydras with range doing a good job here. And there's the GG. Great game out of Snute. Smart play, dealing with a crazy situation. SeKo Starcraft, moving off into game number 2.